James Clark's my name. I run a custom motorcycle shop called Champion Abbotsford. It's in the back of the Yarra Hotel in Abbotsford. In the shop here we do custom Honda CT110s, which are a small capacity bike that the postal service here in Australia use to deliver the mail. We buy the bikes at auction, and that's once a month. They come up for auction, maybe 40 or 50 bikes. So I go there and I pick the best bikes from a bunch. They're all usually pretty good bikes, but I tend to get the cream of the crop, so to speak. And then we bring them back here and tear them down and change them into fancy little street bikes. I obviously rode bikes as a kid, on the weekends, and me and my brothers all had dirt bikes. And then, as I got older, I found an interest in sort of street bikes and custom bobbers and early English bikes and Japanese bikes as well. I liked the idea of making a bike your own. So then a friend of mine suggested that we try and customise a postie bike. And at the time I said, no, it can't be done. They're rubbish looking bikes. They're an ugly duckling. And we did one. It created a lot of interest. People were asking me on the street what it is. And then we sort of began doing a few different models, and now I've got about 6 models that we build. Obviously didn't know where you could go with a postie bike, what tyres were going to fit it, where I could get my parts. And in Japan at the time, there was a thriving Japanese scene for the Honda Cub. So I flew to Tokyo, met the right people over there that were building, the parts for the Honda Cub. And strangely enough, the Honda Cub is a close cousin to the CT110, so most of those parts would fit our Australian bikes. I used to have to do a little bit of modification, but mostly they, bolt straight on. So I ordered an exhaust, a seat. I found that English Avon Speedmaster tyres fit the 17-inch rims. I ordered those from the UK. Then I found some neat little headlights in the US, ordered those. And slowly and surely, the bike came together and it was the right kind of look that I was after. More of a gentleman's ride than a biker's ride, something that a learner rider would jump on and not feel scared to, zip around the city on. And that's pretty much the modus operandi for that bike. I get a lot of learner people coming in and wanting not a scooter but not a full powered motorcycle, something in between. There's no clutch on these, so it's just an auto. They're 4-speed with a centrifugal clutch, so it's quite easy to operate. They don't go fast, which is appealing for a lot of people that are learning to ride a bike. And they're cool once we've waved our wand over them. They're a good-looking little bike, so yeah, they're popular. I like to keep them in the shop for longer than necessary. The customer always wants it, fairly quickly, but I like being able to sit back and look at the bikes once I'm done, and I also like to fettle the bikes a little, so iron out any wrinkles before the new owner gets it, and test ride around the block a few times, make sure nothing's sort of loose or falling off, or sometimes you can get a spot leak of oil, and you certainly want to fix all of that before the customer gets it. I'm super proud of the bikes. They're a good quality product. They're Australian delivered and made. They're sort of repurposing something that would ordinarily, maybe even end up at the tip, but it's a recycling kind of, passion as well. You're looking at these old things, reinventing them as a new thing, and people are super stoked, to ride them.